I wanted to do a quick story time of the time I was almost trafficked in California when I lived out there um, for like a short journey that I was on for several months. So I remember I was just minding my business and I was just like walking on the street like I normally do because I didn't have transportation. I probably only took bus transportation like sometimes, and then other times I walked if it was a walkable area. And someone approached me and they asked me if I needed help like in getting a job or something like that, and that they could help me with income or something like that. So then I just said, okay, whatever, I guess I'll meet you in whatever building that you want me to meet you at, because I didn't know what was going on with my life. I didn't really have no sense of direction. So I just agreed to it, even though I felt like something was off. But I didn't know what it was at first. I was just kind of like, like that's weird that like I was approached on the street like that, but they had other people out there too that was approaching other people off the street. So like I didn't really think it was that random because I was like, oh, well, I'm not the only one, so maybe they've done this with other people too. And I basically like went into the office. I did an interview and I thought it was kind of like the energy was kind of off. Something was off about it. I didn't know if they were actually gonna give me a job or not, but I never filled out like the job information, like paperwork that you normally do when you're trying to get a job or get income or anything like that. So I didn't know what to do. So I basically just kind of thought, oh, okay, like I don't know if they're actually gonna like have me get income or not, or if I'm gonna be a part of anything, but I just thought it was weird because it seemed like a scam. It didn't seem like an actual job. So I kind of thought it was a scam. And then I looked at reviews eventually, and there was some bad ones, some good ones, but I didn't know like what to believe, but I just felt like something was off about it. But I still decided to just show up because I had nothing to really do in my life. I was kind of bored. I had no sense of direction. So I just decided to show up to the office of when they were going to start doing like whatever they were doing for the job. So I thought it was like you just stand outside and you try to like sell things to people. I didn't know what it exactly was, but that's what it sounded like in the area, like near where I lived, or like where it was walkable, where the office was. But I guess they wanted me to like leave the location and go to another location, but I didn't have a car at the time. So one of the people that worked there, he asked me if I wanted to get in his car just to go like wherever. I think he just said like a grocery store or something like that, just to go there. But it was just me alone, so it was like a whole room of like a bunch of people, and then I was the only one singled out of everyone. And then also like people would make comments, like some of the workers and the people there, about like how I was quiet, things like that, how I didn't open up much. So yeah, I thought that was kind of a red flag for me, but I still was like giving it the benefit of the doubt. And I just was like confused in my life at that point because I didn't know like what was going on, so I didn't know what I was doing with my life. So, but I knew I needed income. Like whatever I was doing, I wasn't making enough doing it, and I didn't really have a job or anything like that. Like I didn't really know what to do, so that's why I just decided to like take the chance anyways, even though I felt like something was off. But at the last second, I felt like I shouldn't have gotten this car, so I just decided not to, and I decided to leave. And luckily there was a way to leave where nobody saw me, so I was able to leave and just kind of like forget about the whole situation. So I just started walking. I started walking somewhere else, and then it was weird because as I did that, there was like news reporters that found me and they like wanted to speak to me, which I thought was super weird. I don't know if like someone was looking for me, but they wanted to talk to me, and it was nothing related to do with like the job or wherever I was at. So I thought that was weird. And I just continued my day, but I just thought it was strange. I was like, I'm pretty sure I was about to get like trafficked and like unalive, because I felt like if I had went with him, I wasn't gonna make it back to my apartment that day, or that they weren't actually having me like do the job or whatever they wanted me to do. I just thought it was weird. And they didn't want me to get away either. So I didn't really know how to deal with the situation. I just decided to like avoid it and just kind of not be confrontational about it. I didn't go to the police. I didn't tell anyone anything. I just kind of like kept it to myself. And yeah, so that was a weird experience. And I was like, I guess I'll have to figure out another way to get money because people don't really want to help me. Like they'll make it seem like they wanted to help me, but they really didn't. They knew the plans, and I had a feeling too, but I wasn't gonna say anything to them about it because if I did, I probably wouldn't have lived. But I thought it was weird that on like the first day I was supposed to start whatever job it was, which was like a scam, like some scheme thing. I don't know exactly what it was. There was like so many people in a room, and like I was the only one that was like left alone to kind of like, so I just knew like he probably wasn't taking me to where he said. Like he could just take me anywhere and like no one would ever see me again, no one would know. So yeah, and then I guess after that whole situation they continued stalking me for like a long time, or they were already stalking me before, like the company or whatever, they were already stalking me beforehand. And then they told lies about me so that like I wouldn't get opportunities anywhere or something like that. So they made it seem like they weren't trying to do that. And then I guess like it's being publicized now, which I don't really like that it is. So I wanted to speak up about it. I guess people are saying the reason why they wanted to traffic me was because I was 25% black, but that's not the reason why. I don't think that's the reason why. I think it's just because they just wanted to, like they saw me in a vulnerable position and they wanted to. So I just wanted to clarify that I don't think that was why. It was because I looked like I was alone. Like I feel like they thought that I was lost. Yeah, they thought that I was lost. So I feel like that's why they wanted to do that to me, and they were gonna probably unalive me that same day. So if I didn't listen to my intuition, I literally would have been dead, most likely. But then I know of another girl who I met briefly who was like sent in and paid to be in my life. She I guess she was the one that told them to traffic me and unalive me as well. And then like I guess after the whole situation happened, I escaped. I guess she ended up having sex with all of them, which I thought was kind of weird that she like she wanted that for me. Like she wanted me to be trafficked and unalive, but she ended up having sex with them and she was fine. She didn't die. So like, I don't know, that just made me not like her even more, but I just figured I would add that in there. So because I thought that she was the one that like set it up, I thought that it was a part of a whole nother different organization that was stalking me. I thought that they were the ones that set it up, but I don't think it was them, because now new information's coming out and I'm like, I don't really care who set it up, like it, you know, but I did at the time, but I didn't know. But now it's like finding out the information is like disheartening, because it's like closer to home than I think, and I think it's fucked up, and I'm kind of just pissed off at everybody. But I just wanted to make this video to just talk about the experience, because it felt very dehumanizing for me, and like I couldn't really live. It just felt like no one wanted me to live, basically, and that I was always at risk for being trafficked, and like no one really cared because like they didn't see that I had any real support in my life, or they thought I didn't have any support in my life. So like, share, comment, subscribe.